Alrighty guys, we're back. This is just a quick and dirty follow-up. So the SSD that I purchased for my OS drive, it arrived DOA, so I got that sent back and ended up going with a Samsung 990 Pro, 2 terabyte. But before I can install that, this is what I should have showed you in the last video, and I just learned how to do it myself. You have to get a caddy. So this caddy will run an NVMe drive via USB-C. So you put your brand new drive in here, you go into the Samsung software that's called Samsung Magician. You basically migrate your operating system drive to here, and then when everything is done, you power down the computer, remove the new hard drive from here, install it in your computer, and everything will be great. So I'm going to kind of cut in and out here a little bit, but I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll show you when I'm done. All right. Actually, I just want to pause real quick before I start ripping into it. So this is the SSD cage or cradle, however you would like to conceptualize it. This thing is nice. This is really nice. There's going to be a link down in the description, but I want to show you what comes with it. So you get a nice thermal pad. So if you're going to permanently install a drive, you got a thermal pad. It comes with a USB 3.0A to a USB-C, nice little instruction manual, and a fairly nice little screwdriver, and a bag of hardware. It's very, very rare that I'm kind of blown away by something, but this is actually pretty nice. I'm kind of impressed. So I'm going to go ahead and install the new SSD into here. And when I'm done, I'm going to put the old SSD here, and I'm going to use this kind of like as a scratch drive when I edit my video files and stuff. So we'll be back. Also interesting, you see these 3 screw holes? So it can pretty much accommodate any NVMe size. So like this is what the OEM inside my ThinkPad L340 is. You can go with the next longer one, and the 80mm is the longest. I think this is 42 and what is it, 60 maybe? I'm not really sure. But this thing is really well put together. Very nicely done. Really well done. This is machined aluminum, and then you've got your tray right here. And you can put a thermal pad on it, which will increase your surface area contact to the aluminum, and that's how it gets rid of the heat. But it's pretty, honestly, for I think it was like 15 bucks. I'm impressed with the quality of this. It's a SSK brand. I've seen them quite a bit lately in some of the more performance builds that I've looked at on the old YouTube. But yeah, color me impressed. Also, this will work with any key. So it'll work with the M key or it'll work with the E key. It's universal is what I'm trying to get at. NVMe, SSD, should be able to run it in here. All right, I'll get out of your ear. I'll get the drive installed and we'll get after it. So we're back. It took about 45 minutes to an hour, give or take, but she's all done. OS is migrated. Now we're gonna pop this cover off, go ahead and install the SSD, and then we're gonna fire this bad boy up. So we're restarting in 2 seconds. It was a little hinky. I had to go into the BIOS and get it to boot off of the C drive, but yeah, we're good. I just used Samsung Magician to pop it into full performance mode, and we'll see what's up. But so far, I'm pretty fucking optimistic. Computer just restarted now, so my keyboard backlight is rocking. I installed the keyboard lighting cable upside down, so I'll show you guys what I did and how to not do that on yours, and I gotta remember to link these two together. So we're logging in now. It booted, went into Samsung Magician, applied the full power mode, and then I just rebooted. And she's logging in and doing her thing. So far, compared to the other hard drive, 10 out of 10. It's been a good experience. Now, the other thing that I've been cautioned, good Lord, it's snappy. Holy, this is nice. It's a lot snappier. I'm noticing my i7 a lot less. I'll put it that way. And as you can see, I'm running on battery power right now. So that is freaking dope. I'm gonna go ahead and benchmark it and just see where she's at. This takes a few minutes. I replaced the spinning hard drive with the SATA 2.5 2 terabyte, and it really made a hell of an improvement. I did the 32 gigs of RAM, and now I just did the Samsung 990. Yeah, this thing smokes. So it's giving me 2,779 megabytes per second sequential read. Bear in mind that the drive itself is actually capable of a good deal more. However, my computer is 2020 specs. So it'd be the NVMe 3.0 and not the 4.0. I don't have 4.0, but it's working. And my sequential read speed on the last one was coming in around right 1,000 megabytes per second, but then the write speed was 150 megabytes per second, which is bullshit. I'm getting a write speed of 2,419 megabytes per second. Yeah, 125 megabytes per second previous write speed. That's like 1,000% faster. Yeah, that's read is 1,000 megabytes per second faster, and the sequential write is 2,500 megabytes per second faster than the SSD that stock in the Legion L340. What I've effectively done is got my computer now to the point where the only bottleneck is the i7-9750 processor. And I think that's a pretty cool way to be. Okay, the other thing with these 990 drives, 980s and 990s, make sure you check the firmware. If you've got one that was from the early part of 2023, you're probably going to have to upload the firmware before you do anything with the drive. Otherwise, you'll have a significantly reduced lifespan. Yeah, this is dope. I've got it set to full performance mode, which gives me full power mode, trim status, deletes data from blocks that are no longer used. Over provisioning makes an unallocated space perform better and last longer. So I got all of that in. I don't know what over provisioning means. If you guys know, drop it down and let me know what is over provisioning. Whatever it is, I've got 186 gigs of it. LED setting, can't change any LED effects. Then you've got PSID revert, encrypted drive, data migration, which is what I just did. So that's all done. So when I did the data migration, I had to go into the Samsung data migration app, which is separate from the Magician. But I've got the Magician set up right now, and yeah, this thing is screaming. God, it is so much faster. Like, I click on something and it opens. It's kind of cool. And I'm going to go ahead and just while I'm here, I'm benchmarking the FICWatt FS810 2 terabyte. That's the SATA 2.5 inch. And that was coming in at like sequential read of 548 megabytes per second right now. We're a little over 30% right now. This one's a little bit slower. You know, it is what it is. I'm actually looking forward to editing this video. Really, and I'm on battery power. This is not even full power plugged in. Sequential write, 483 megabytes per second, which is 200, 300. That's about 450% faster than the drive I took out. Between the RAM upgrades, the new thermal paste job that I did on the GPU and the CPU, and then the SSDs, the only limitation I have right now is just what that i7 will do. And I will say, the whole time I've had this computer, I've never seen above 2.2 gigahertz ever, even when it's under heavy load. And now that I've got the two SSDs, I saw 4.5 gigahertz while it was cranking out a heavy load. So all the way around, this is a way more efficient thing to do. So I'm very happy with it. So I've got 4 terabytes of storage on this computer right now. I have 4 terabytes of external storage. Then I have another 2 terabyte external storage and a 1 terabyte external storage because I took my old spinning hard disk and I turned it into a external hard drive with a cage. And I just took my old SSD and put that into a cage. So yeah, this is awesome. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one.